Hey guys, so I know it's been forever since I've actually recorded anything, put it on YouTube. This will actually be my first time posting on IGTV too. I want to make this video to finally give you guys a tutorial on how I do my eyebrows, because that's all you guys have been asking for. Also, I want to give you guys an update. If you follow me on Twitter, I went on a little venting rant about how my skin has been acting up since I moved to Louisiana. So if you haven't heard about that or seen my tweets about it or my Instagram story post about it, basically I moved to Louisiana last year during the summertime, so it's been about a year. My skin has drastically changed. I have developed acne to the point where I felt uncomfortable for an extended period of time going out in public without makeup on. I'm still kind of getting over it just now. Like yesterday, I went out without makeup on for the first time in some weeks. So I'm getting used to it. So that's update number one. Update number two, I've totally changed my routine. I no longer use soap. What I was using to cleanse my face was a Dove soap bar. I kind of feel like it may have been a little too rough on my face, especially washing for 60 seconds every time I wash my face, which is usually twice a day. Depending, I might just do it once, depending on when I wake up, if I went anywhere that day, if I did any sweating or wore any makeup. But I switched from a Dove soap bar to Cetaphil Gentle Cleanser. It's not a foaming cleanser, so it's been a little more gentler on my face and it leaves it softer after I take it off. Also, I stopped using my Garnier moisturizer. I was using the Moisture Balm with the SPF and also another moisture balm. I think it's the pink one for dry skin. I don't have dry skin, but I started using soap and started washing for 60 seconds with the Dove soap, and it was making my skin dry, so I had to overcompensate with moisturizer, but that's a whole nother issue entirely. I started using aloe vera gel and vitamin E oil instead, so that's more natural. Also at night I'll put cocoa butter on my scars to make them kind of fade. It's been working a little bit. As you can see, I still have some, but it's manageable. My breakouts have been lessening, which is really good. But yeah, so like changing my routine. Oh, and also the biggest, I felt like the water that we have been using, that we have at this house, has been breaking me out. At my old house, I lived there for 20 years since I was 20 years, 16 years, 16 or 17 years. I moved when I was 20, lived there when I was 4, lived there since I was 4, and we didn't have city water back then. We had a septic and well system, so there was no chlorine, no additives in our water. When we moved here, I feel like a lot of that, my skin had to get acclimated. It still hasn't. So right now, I am currently buying 80-cent jugs of distilled water to wash my face with, and it's pretty cheap. It is a little awkward considering I have to pour the jug into a cup and wash my face basically out of a cup. And it's harder to do if you're not doing it in the shower, because I don't know about y'all, but I hate washing my face over the sink with a shirt on because my shirt gets all kinds of wet. So it's really difficult doing that for the days where I'm just lounging around the house and I have to wash my face, you know, and I'm not ready to get in the shower yet because I just want to chill. But anyway, I have to wash my face with distilled water in a cup now. So that is definitely, I feel like that's the biggest factor of my skin change. But other than that, I will keep as time goes on, I will keep updating you guys on how my skin's doing. I'll give y'all before and after pictures and all that kind of stuff to let you know, like what's going on in my routine, what have I added back, what have I cut out, all that kind of stuff. But let's go ahead and get into my top three brow routines. They all use the same kind of steps in a way. So this is definitely a more natural brow. No dip brow, no filling in required. It's basically just you using a spoolie the whole entire time. So let's get into it. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to finally show you guys how I do my brows. Everybody's been asking, Justice, we need a brow tutorial. I know, I'm sorry. I've been wanting to do this since like last year when I started doing it. But so today, usually when I do my brows, I only use 2 to 3 products. That's it. Like usually, I don't even use dip brow. I usually use just brow mascara and gel. But let me go ahead and get into it and show you guys how I do it. So today, in today's tutorial, we are going to be using some kind of brow brush. These are the kind I like to use. I don't like to use like a regular spoolie that you get at the end of a dip brow brush. I like to use these. Also, we're going to be using Got2b glued gel in the yellow one, not the black one. The black one flakes. We're going to also be using NYX brow mascara in espresso, and we're also going to be using ABH dip brow gel. As you can see, this is very worn. I use this a lot in dark brown. So let's go ahead and get into everything. You want to make sure that your brows are clean and there's nothing on it. I do have a little bit of makeup on my face just for the purpose of the video. But there is absolutely nothing on my brows. Clean, nothing on them. So what you see me doing right now is just brushing them up. I don't normally do this. I usually just get right into it. So we're gonna take the cap off the Got2b glue gel. What I like to do is just squirt a little bit up at the top and dip my brush into it like this. If there's too much on it, I'll just scrape a little bit off, but it should only have a little bit, like that much. And what we're gonna do is go straight onto your brow with the gel, brushing up. And make sure you work all the product in there. And then what we're gonna do is angle our brow how we want it, shape it up. And this is how I do my brows every single day, whether I have makeup on or not, because my brows are kind of wild and wispy. So this makes my brows look like they're more there, and on the days where I wear absolutely no makeup, like on a gym day, I'll do this too, just so my brows stay in place. When this gel dries down, my brows do not go anywhere, like nowhere. I'm telling you, I could do this over and over. Not too hard, of course, because you don't want to mess up your brows, but I could do that over and over again, even with the sweating, and my brows do not budge. You're going to do the same thing over here, shape it how you want it. Now my left brow is a little more difficult to shape. You see they're a little uneven, and you can play with it as much as you want. I kind of can't see right now because the sun is out, so it's kind of getting in my way. I'd be able to tell better in a mirror, you know, in a lighted bathroom or room or something. But this is normally what I do on a no makeup day. I just leave my brows as is, no extra brow mascara. This is how my brows look when I go to the gym. Obviously I have on just a little mascara right now because my lashes are very short and just for video purposes. But I'll just go out, no makeup on my face, brows like this so they look, you know, somewhat put together and I don't look like I just woke up and left the house. On a no makeup day, what I like to do is after I've applied all my powder products, because on a no makeup day I usually don't use liquid makeup unless I just want to do like some concealer under my eye to conceal some darkness, or like spot concealing like right here or like around my chin or something like that. I'll just take my NYX brow mascara in espresso and just go over my brow ever so slightly so it's not, you know, too much. I can't tell if I got that on my face or not, but oh well, we're just gonna keep moving. And you see, as soon as I added it, it got a little darker and more defined. So this is just for a normal, you know, like everyday no makeup routine, you know. And this is what I do for a lot of my pictures. But this is basically it. This is what I wear mostly to work, or like when I'm going out with my boyfriend or something and we're just doing something, you know, like simple, like going to the movies or something. I'll just throw on my brow gel or my Got2b glued and then throw this on top of it, and this is it. My next brow is a little more complicated, using the ABH dip brow, because as y'all know, for the people who use ABH dip brow, you know a little bit goes a long way with that stuff because it's so dark and so pigmented and so strong. So what I'm gonna do is take this off and I will come back and show you how to do the ABH brow. Okay, so now that I'm back, my brows are all cleaned off again. Makeup remover. I still do use Garnier makeup remover. So I cleaned them off. Hold on just a second. Girl, I am thirsty. It is hot out here. It's probably like 90 degrees. Oh my gosh. Guys, it's hot in the US, all around the world, because global warming. So make sure you get your hydration in. Make sure you recycle your bottles, because it saves the planet, right? Obviously. So with this brow routine, it's a little messy, kinda. So you want to make sure you have some Q-tips on hand and your favorite makeup remover. Also with this brow, it makes it so much easier if you do your brows before your makeup, because with this brow, because I'm brushing it up and then over, if you have on face makeup before you do this, you will have a line in your makeup, and sometimes it is way too hard to blend out and then you end up having to take the whole face off. So I will definitely recommend you starting off your makeup routine with your brows. Do not do anything else. Start your makeup up with your brows. So with this one, first step is same as the other one. Gonna get a little bit of the Got2b glue on your brow brush. Also, this becomes, to me, I like it when my brow brush is a little stiff from a few days of using the gel over and over again on my brush. I do wash it once a week because it gets the gel will start to get colored on here and it'll start make my brows come out funny, just because there's too much pigment on the brush itself. So sometimes I'll have a towel near my makeup area so I can clean it off. But we're just gonna go in the same way we did with the gel and brush up. Now with this one, instead of going straight into sculpting your brow, I'm going to go ahead and put in my ABH Dip Brow Gel. Now, I'm not going to brush like I did with the NYX because it's so heavily pigmented. All I'm going to do is do like little press into it. And then what we're gonna do is distribute it. This is definitely for a more dramatic look. And because in the last brow routine, I told you guys to put the brow mascara on after your powder products. What I'm gonna tell you to do is do this before, because it's so heavily pigmented. You see that line right there? We're gonna have to clean that up. Sometimes it's a little more heavily, it's a little more messy than this right now, either because I'm rushing or I use too much ABH Dip Brow Gel. So what we're gonna do, I just put the Q-tip in the nozzle and just trace where you see the Dip Brow Gel where it's not supposed to be, you know, and just clean it up. And then you can clean up the bottom too if you feel like it got messy down there. Now also, if you feel like you use too much product in your brow, you can, I don't feel like I did, but you can go through your brow with the Q-tip to lighten up your makeup if you feel like you made any mistakes there. So we're gonna go ahead and do the other brow now. Y'all, it is so relaxing. We got this patio done a few months ago, and we can just sit out here. There's fans, there's chairs, plants everywhere, as y'all can see, like behind me. My mom loves plants. So like Louisiana, honestly, like I thought I was gonna hate it when I first moved here, but besides my skin problem, I have loved it. I started hanging out more with my best friend who goes to LSU. My brother also goes to Southern University in Baton Rouge as well. So I see him a lot more often than I would be able to if we still stayed in Houston. And y'all, I'm so sorry. My dog is playing and he thinks that he wants to be talking in my tutorial as well, so I apologize if he's a little loud. And I am totally messing up. Y'all see what I'm talking about with the mess. Like, that looks terrible, but you know, we'll clean it up. But yeah, Louisiana, like, I've made friends out here. Obviously, your girl has gained her first boyfriend, so that's definitely a plus. But I will say, I think I needed this change in my life. I have a job, even though, you know, the company I work for is gonna be shutting down probably somewhere towards the end of the year. Somewhere, I think around 30 plus, or like right around 30 years of business. Dress Barn has been in business and we're shutting down at the end of this year. But it's been a great run. I've been with the company for a year now because I got the job in July when we first moved. And I like it out here. Like, there's a constant breeze because we stay almost right off the water, right off of Lake Pontchartrain. We actually have water in our backyard over here. Tropical Storm Barry didn't do any damage, just like last summer. The storm, wow, Simba, okay. Last year the storm didn't really do anything like we thought it would. All the water flew off the shelves, all the canned goods, all the bread, everything was gone, nothing even happened. But that's on the safe side. Louisiana definitely takes hurricanes more seriously than Houston does. And I will say, I really do like it a lot here, even though it's hotter here. We do get a constant breeze because we're right off the water. And the people are nice. New Orleans is definitely a more jazzy place than Houston. If you've ever been here, ever had the chance to come here, like it here, want to come back, you know, just let me know. We can meet up. But I love you guys, and I really have fun doing this tutorial. I've been wanting to do it for a really long time. I feel like my brows, all 3 ways, came out great. I hope you guys really like this tutorial, and I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, girl, it's hot. Oh my God. Can I get some more, please?